Hey guys, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I wanted to make a spotlight or a guide on one of the best champions in the entire game. At least one of the best non-void champions in the game, and that's Dutchess Lilitu. Nobody does what she does that great, so let's have a look on her. We all know her A1, where she will attack twice and place a shield buff to 10% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns on this champion, on the champion with the lowest HP. And then we have her big ability here, where she will place block buffs, increase attack, and perfect whale. The perfect whale is not on her, but all the other allies are protected. And then we have her revive, where she will revive everybody with 70% HP. Sadly, it's not that high turn meter like we know from some other great revivers, but she's not a void legendary, so I think it's okay here. 70% HP is very great. She has a great aura here for increasing the speed of all allies by 90%. 19%, not 90%. And then you can see here blessings. I chose the polymorph, but of course I only chose it because I have the 6-star blessing and we don't need any accuracy. If you don't have the 6-star blessing, it depends on what you're using her for. If you're just using her in PvE, then I think you're making a mistake for not using her in PvP. But only use in PvE is Brimstone very nice. Of course, Brimstone is maybe also a bit shitty since they changed that you have to use accuracy here. But you can use Life Harvester here, but that's also maybe more a PvP thing. You can use Temporal Chains, or you can use Ward of the Fallen to get you a bit more protection here for getting a better aura. And here also aura and protection, you can use these. So she can use a lot of the blessings, only not the one for attack champs. And how to build her? There are many ways to build Dutchess, and I think only your gear is the limit here. You have to find out what you will use her for, but if you build her for arena like I did, my Dutchess here is built for arena defense and offense. So I chose to build her as fast as possible. Of course you get 15 speed here from the blessing and 10 here. But other ways she's also pretty fast, and then build her as tanky as possible. I did not look for resistant, but it's just stacking up through the gear here. And I also use her in the PvE. I mainly use her here in the Hydra, and here you can see the stats which she has there. And yeah, here my builds. You can see a lot of HP, HP here also, and I have her in 4-piece, 6-piece stone skin, so she can manage to get a turn. Yeah, and yeah, build her as tanky as possible. I was even lucky enough to have a refresh accessory here, so sometimes she will refresh her abilities and we can use them even before. I sadly don't have any good Demon Spawn HP defense rings, so that's the best I can do here. You can see my masteries here. Of course, full support and full defense. We don't want any damage here. Again, if you play her in PvE and you go the damage tree for the War Master, I think you're making a mistake. But of course, for progression, when you're not playing Platinum Arena or something, maybe that's good for progression. I never used her that way, so I should not tell anything about that. Here you can see we are going for a bit more shield and a bit more heal, and that she gets a bit more turn meter and refreshing, and of course extending her her buffs, which she of course casting on the allies. A bit more stats here from Law of Steel. Then we use Spirit Haste, so she can get more speed when some of her allies dies, and she can revive them faster. And here we're also going for more turn meter when allies drop below 25% HP. And then of course making her tanky in the defense tree here. Of course there are different ways to build her. That's the way I wanted to build her here. Again, so she can get a bit more turn meter and so on and so on. So I'm building her for being fast. But there are also people like Shini. He has slow stone skin Dutchess. That's also a thing. It was very meta not long time ago to have a very slow stone skin Dutchess. This Dutchess was built very slow, but I think with the live arena the fast Dutchess is better for me. So you can build her very slow in stone skin and put her in your defense. You can also put her in the what it is called, the bolster set, but my bolster gear is very bad. I only have one good set, and that's on my Necrot here. But yeah, you can put her in there. Then she has a bit more sustainability with the heals. I have a second Dutchess down here, and I have her in protection. I'm a bit yeah, I want to see how it goes when we start getting protection sets here, down here, so we can get the bonus from the protection set. Where do we have it? When it's 9 piece, where the damage dealer will do more damage for all the buffs, because that would mean that my Dutchess, which also is in my arena offense, here she is. If she also would be in full protection 9 pieces, she will get my damage dealer even more damage. I use her together with, of course, attack-based damage dealers, nukers, so she will boost them there. And I can maybe show a fight. I'm in Platinum right now, so maybe we can find a good team I can fight against, and you can see what she is doing. Okay, let's see. We should be able, that's just to show. You can see here I have in the lead. For 2 reasons. I want the speed for my my Warlord, and I want her to be first because she is 6-star Polymorph. So I really hope that she can do something there. You can see here also Dutchess in the, also with some some stone skin, but only one set. And you can see here she puts out all the nice buffs and protects her allies so that the opponent can't attack them. Yeah, and her part of the role here in the game is to stay alive and keep the other champs alive too. So that's mainly what she's here for, and she does that like no one else. It's also very nice when you just thought you were losing and Dutchess is the only one on the field, and she will put out revive them all and put out some nice nice heals also. So you could see here she's keeping the team alive. And yeah, I use her also of course in tag team arena here. There I use both of them. I rely heavily on her in my live arena. Here you can see most fights I always try to have my Dutchess with me. Most fights without a Dutchess you can see here are losses for me, because Dutchess really is important for me. And you can see my strategy works fine. I'm shortly before I get in Quintus, so yeah, so I think it works for me. Progression wise, you can use her everywhere, I think. Of course, upper stages from Sand Devil, she's not that useful. If she has high enough blessing, she's useful at the Shogun Grow. And Fire Knight, I used her, I think, in 25 before I got a real team for that. Dragon, she's nice. Ice Golem, she's nice. Spider Stand for progression maybe, but upper stages she's not that useful. The Minotaurus also, she can be used. She can be used everywhere. She can also be used in Iron Twins. I don't use her there, but she can be usable. I don't use her in the clan boss, but I think for progression, if you pull her early, you can use her everywhere. So that's so of course you also can use her here. I use her in my in the most of my Hydra teams. In my where am I there? I use her in my Nightmare team, and I think I also use her in my Brutal team. Let's see where I have my key there. Of course it would be much easier when I just looked up here and find myself here. Yeah, you can see I used her in Brutal, I used her in Nightmare, so she can be used everywhere in the game basically, especially for progression. And yeah, she's just such a nice champion. And yeah, I think you can also build her many other ways. It's not just the 3 sets I said to you. You can also build her in full Defiant here if you haven't got enough gear, and I think there's a lot of gear you can put on her. There's also a possibility to build her very, very tanky and with a lot of resistant. There you can then you can keep spamming your revives and your buffs for your team. But I think my resistant gear is not tanky enough that I can pull that build off, so I won't try it. But I have seen people, of course also people with +4 Dutchesses where the stats are very, very high, building these resistant Dutchess. And yeah, it's very annoying to meet them in the arena and try to fight them, and you can't lock them out. Yeah, so that's a couple of ideas how you can use Dutchess if you're lucky enough to pull her. And yeah, I really hope you are lucky enough to pull her and can use her and progress with your account like I did. She was massive for me. I pulled her on my 31st birthday, so that was a great gift. So yeah, I really wish you luck with pulling her. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can comment down below, or you can reach out on Discord. Yeah, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.